Whether you're a new investor or a current contractor, understanding potential worst-case scenarios can help you set your business up for success. The biggest concern about owning any business is losing that business. If you're going to invest in FedEx ground routes, it's important to understand how you could potentially lose your contract so that you can plan accordingly. Before we jump into how you could lose your FedEx ground contract, let's be clear, FedEx Ground does not want to terminate an independent service provider's agreement. FedEx Ground aims to provide seamless delivery service for all areas of operation. Terminating a contract can provide serious service interruptions for FedEx Ground customers. As a result, contractors almost always receive opportunities to resolve issues, and FedEx Ground will only terminate the contract as a last resort. However, contract termination is still a real possibility. You may be a contractor that has heard about someone losing their contract, or you may be a buyer looking at a business that is at risk of losing their contract. The fastest way to lose your contract with FedEx Ground is to have a poor safety record. FedEx Ground takes safety very seriously and prioritizes requirements that promote safe operations. Frequent and persistent safety issues can get you in hot water with FedEx Ground faster than almost any other compliance issue, barring you don't do anything illegal. Your contract with FedEx Ground can also be at risk due to consistent service failures. All contractors have minimum service requirements that have to be met to maintain compliance with FedEx Ground. Extended service failures will eventually lead to contractual trouble if you don't resolve the issues quickly. Apart from safety and service, there are various other compliance and integrity issues that could result in the termination of your contract with FedEx Ground. Some can be minor infractions, and some can be much more serious, even leading to immediate termination if integrity violations or illegal activity are involved. FedEx Ground uses a formal escalation process to address and correct compliance issues. The levels of escalation are a business discussion, a letter of assurance, an opportunity to cure letter, and a contract termination review. As a contractor, you will have many conversations with FedEx Ground management about the performance of your business. If you have any customer complaints, service issues, or safety concerns that require addressing, the senior manager or a lower level manager will meet with you or your manager to discuss. These conversations are called business discussions, and they are logged by FedEx Ground as part of your permanent record. Business discussions are a regular part of contracting life, and they do not carry any contractual implications whatsoever. When FedEx Ground needs to escalate an issue beyond a normal business discussion, the senior terminal manager may ask a contractor to generate what's called a letter of assurance. The letter of assurance typically comes after about 2 weeks of continued failure in some aspect of your contract. This letter will cover areas of concern to FedEx Ground and will be your attempt to put those concerns at ease by letting them know that you're handling issues appropriately. If the issue is more serious or requires more immediate action, FedEx Ground may skip this step entirely. After another 2 weeks of continuous failure, or if FedEx Ground determines you are in serious breach of your contract, the senior manager will send you an opportunity to cure letter. You'll often hear this referred to as an OTC. This is a formal document stating you are officially in breach of your contract, and it should be taken very seriously. An OTC gives you 7 to 30 days to resolve the breach of contract. At the end of the allotted time, FedEx Ground will evaluate your progress to determine if you did in fact cure the breach. If FedEx Ground feels your actions are insufficient, then they will further escalate the issue. If FedEx Ground determines you have not cured the breach, your contract will then be submitted for termination review. The senior manager of every US-based FedEx Ground terminal has the power to recommend contracts for termination. Contracts recommended for termination go to a legal review board that meets twice a month. This panel will determine if the termination of your contract is justified. Now, it's important to note that even after the long process to get to this point, only about 20% of all contracts submitted for review are actually approved for termination. This reinforces the idea that FedEx Ground does not want to terminate contracts unless it is absolutely necessary and justified. Now, that being said, contractors who commit integrity violations or illegal activities within their business practices will immediately face contract termination without escalating through these other steps. Integrity violations may include owners allowing drivers not approved by FedEx Ground to drive their routes or instructing their drivers to forge package signatures. Illegal activities may include anything that breaks state or federal laws, such as tax fraud or drug smuggling. Contractors have many ways to resolve issues before a contract is terminated. The entire termination process can take over 2 months of consistent failure. You should never be surprised by an OTC or termination review, but you should take them very seriously. If you do face contract termination, you still have an opportunity to recover your investment. FedEx Ground will often provide 30 days for you to sell the business before your contract is officially terminated. If you show effort and can provide a buyer for your business, FedEx Ground can extend that time even more to ensure a smooth transition of ownership. Our team at Route Consultant can teach you best practices to stay out of contractual trouble. If an exit strategy is the best choice for you, we can help you get the best return on your investment if given enough notice before you find yourself in real trouble. We encourage you to reach out to our team and plan an exit strategy before you need one in order to protect your investment.